Do you think she looks like me? It was the closest thing I could find on head base. Hi. Over a month ago, I entered MrBeast 100,000 player builds challenge, which he had opened to all his Discord members to participate in, which meant it actually could have been 700,000 participants. Luckily it wasn't. From the start, I knew if I wanted any chance of winning, I'd have to find what would make my build stand out. So I did some research. I watched all the build-related videos I could find on MrBeast's gaming channel and took note of what he liked and his crew liked. After reviewing the plot size, I narrowed down the most important aspects of what would contribute to make a build stand out for a chance of winning. It needed to be creative, it needed to have lots of time invested into it to be a high quality and detailed entry, and it needed to utilize the whole space given. Not only to enable the build to be bigger, but also just to make it literally stick out from the rest of the competition. So we had a week to build, and I would have started at the beginning of the week, but I was actually busy. So I wouldn't have actually entered, except Friday morning I found out that they pushed the deadline from Saturday night to Sunday night. That gave me 3 days, and I figured I could make something in those 3 days. So 6 in the morning, I just got up and went straight to work, building for like 12 hours that day. Ended up spending 40 hours on my build, and it was something. I built something. In hindsight, honestly, what I built wasn't actually that great. So in an attempt to try to make something creative, I decided to try to build something stylized like an adventure map to capture all these different experiences you can have in Minecraft. Unfortunately, I can now see that that was a terrible idea because of how many entries there were. Nobody had time to go through the adventure map. Still, I had loads of fun putting in all the signs for all the character dialogue and hiding little Pokemon heads for Easter eggs all around the build. It was a fun little adventure map. Looking at the winner on MrBeast's video, however, we see I was spot on with what would make for a winning entry. Visually unique and creative, utilized all the space they had, and they took double the time I spent on my build to make sure theirs was excellent quality. In a sense, I already knew what was gonna win. I just didn't have the time or energy to achieve it that weekend. But I don't really care too much that I didn't win. I realized while putting all these signs down for an adventure map that I love adding stories to things. And so on the Echocraft server, after building this log cabin, I added this sign to it. Yep, I feel like the real winner here. That sign is the peak of my creativity. And it's all thanks to the MrBeast build competition. Thanks, MrBeast!